Liang Chapter 4 Shadow Play. Oh, alright, I'm Liang. My character is Liang. In the early morning, a light mist covered the mountains and forest. The sun broke through the haze, shining on our campsite. The birds were already up at this hour, chirping without fatigue, as if signaling to the lambs that it's time to get up. Throughout the night, I remained vigilant to observe the surroundings. I held onto my dagger, leaning against a tree, waiting for the break of dawn. Man's mindset was surprisingly good. Despite the events of last night, it didn't seem to bother her sleep. Once at the campsite, she soon drifted off, her delicate snores blending with the nighttime chorus of insects. Perhaps my playful spanking last night left her bottom too sore to lie down, so she chose to sleep on her stomach. With arms crossed on the ground, she nestled her head between them, half dozing with her backside in the air. Well, that looked even more like a cat. After observing Mansway for a while, I took a brief glance at the other lamps and tongue. Midway through, I took a short nap, attempting to sleep with my eyes open. I tried sleeping with my eyes open several times over the years, but it never seemed to work. Does it work though? Does it really work? After a couple of hours of restlessness, I witnessed the sunrise from the mountain peak. Dawn arrived, and the lambs woke up. Tang, freshly awake, promptly urged the lambs to get up. He paced, shouted, and tapped his dagger on the tree next to the lamb, occasionally poking them. The lambs rubbed their eyes, sat up, and then stood up one by one. After everyone woke up, we hit the road. The sun was in the east, and we walked toward it. After an hour of walking, a lamb suddenly called me. Hunger called out to me. What's up? Need to go to patio again? Oh, I'll go get some grub. I headed for the saddlebag, and that moment, Tang stopped me. Oh, shut up, I'm hungry too. Okay, I quickly gave in. I nodded and pulled back my hand from reaching the grub. Tang was right. Rules bring order. Also, fetching grub every time a lamb is hungry will disrupt the grub plan and prevent them from realizing their disadvantaged situation. Hanging there a bit longer, I'll distribute the grubs at noon. I walked over home and relayed my message. Their faces showed a hint of disappointment. A quick glance, no more words, just keep moving forward. I kept going on the mountain path, moving slow for the lambs. Climbed up a bit, and then went down another stretch. Past experience suggested we just crossed Shaohua Mountain in the Hua Mountains territory. Dense trees, limited visibility, I could spot Hua Mountain's peak. At noon, everyone was a bit hungry, and the lambs were showing signs of fatigue. We decided to take a short break, grab some food. But right at that moment, something unexpected happened. What? Now at the front of the line suddenly yelled. He saw something in the woods, a surprised look on his face. He waved for me to come over. I was puzzled. I cautiously moved forward, hand on the dagger at my waist. A corpse. Oh! That's... Oh! Clearing away the branches, what came to the view was a lifeless body. Leaning against a tree. Probably. Ew, this freaking crow! Ugh! The reason I said probably was that he had been dead for days, making it hard to distinguish his picture. He's already a skeleton, if you can see. He's wrapped in white bones fused with flesh clinging to clothing, all bound together. Ugh! Wearing a low towel on the head, dressed in ragged robe, hair unkempt. Face mostly hidden in the shadow of his hair, but glimpses of bloody hole peeked through the strands. Countless ants crawled over his mangled body, flies buzzing around. They darted in and out of his flesh, feasting on the man's corpse. I was curious why the body didn't stink. When I noticed the insects, the foul odor hit my nose carried by the wind. Gross indeed. Suddenly the disgusting smell of the corpse hit me, filling my lungs and making my stomach churn. Oh my gosh! Stop it! Don't scream! Changhua, who came with us, got a big scare when she saw the corpse.
别叫！
Tang gave Changhua a fierce look. Changhua quickly stepped back in fear. Honger also noticed the corpse didn't stare, just rushed to block Queer from seeing. Mansui got a bit jittery seeing the corpse, but compared to the other girls, she held up well. She kept staring at the body, looking kinda spaced out. Deadly injury on the neck. Held my nose and leaned to check the body. The man had a neat cut on his neck, even though the blood had dried. It was clear that he ended his life. Dead for over 10 days. Definitely not an animal's doing. Someone killed him. I thought he killed himself. Corpse is in good shape. Corpse is in good shape. No big beast have come to eat it. Just a little crow.
看来，坏消息是附近有盗匪，好消息是附近没有野兽。
Might not be bandits, could be someone from their group who did it. This route, non-official road, but we've been through it before, hardly ever run into bandits. Nowadays, travelers killing each other isn't uncommon. Oh, are you saying that we should kill each other? I shared my suspicions, didn't glance at man's right behind me. Indeed, had I been less cautious last night, I might have been found sprawled by the lake, my throat at her mercy. Yeah, about that. I'm sorry about that. A fortnight later, and my remains would be feast for insects, discovered amidst horrified screams. That in mind, I felt the urge to give her stern lesson that night.
看看他身上还有什么东西。
Why? Alright, why would you? During the other, Tang and I decided to scavenge the corpse. This was our custom. In the forest, we resembled wolves every time. Wolves would bite down on prey, worth biting and gnawed on leftover remains. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
妈的，什么都没有，早被扒空了。看来真是盗匪杀的。
Not empty-handed, at least found this. Represented Tang with a unique find. Despite finding nothing on the man, we came across a wooden box nearby. The box was of rich dark wood and its material beyond my understanding. About 3 feet in length, it housed a donkey hide, 2 strands, 3 differently sized pens and knives, 4 pre-cut figures, and cluster of tied puddles. I knew these things. The wooden box contained items for shadow play.
这是啥？
What's shadow play? What's shadow play? It's for shadow play performances. Oh, like the puppet
影
thing?
子戏，看来这男的是戏子。
Not always. Some resort to shadow play as means of making a living. I casually told Tong and I spoke I began packing up the man's wooden box. Then it stowed in our belongings.
娘，你想捡这破烂？这东西连盗匪都不要，你捡到城里能卖几个钱？
Hey, you'll never know when you needed it. Just want it.
你得把这东西和放干粮的地方弄远点儿，不然有味儿。
Good thing this box is already far from the corpse. Saying that, I wedged the wooden box to the gap into the top of the pack horse.
啊，他本来就没胃口，给你搞得更没胃口了。
Oh, that's good thing. Now we can like save a one ration. We missed lunch by 2 hours. Finding a dead body tended to ruin everyone's appetite. Isn't that a good thing? You'll need to like extend your hungerness. During this time, Kyunghwa and Hyunghwa struggled with nausea, like being disturbed by the memory of the corpse. They held back, not wanting to lose precious food. Vomiting would mean one less meal, and it might draw attention, risking a scolding from us. 2 hours later, Tang and I handed out the grub to the lambs. I took a short nap at noon and Tang took the lambs. for a bathroom break. Then he also rested for a bit while keeping watch. Why are we never like moving into this place? It's always this rock. In the afternoon, we walk along a long stretch of mountainous trail. Get tougher with parts of the path untouched for a while. We pushed through the weeds, and sometimes I had to use dagger to cut through thorns blocking the way. Yonghwa's legs a bit shaky during this, and there was a moment when she slipped into a mountain ditch. Luckily, she had a rope tied around her waist, and we swiftly pulled her back up. This is peaceful. After getting pulled up, she was still shaken. Some mocked with a few mean comments, but Mansui approached, took her hand, and gave comfort. Shivering and teary-eyed, Xianghua slowly calmed down with Mansui's silent comfort. Mansui, I'm pronouncing this wrong. Mansui took care of things for us. Tang and I weren't able to cuddle the sensitive lamb. Even Tang had to admit, well, this mute lamb is the most worry-free. As if you know. As Tang said that, I glanced at Mansui. That moment, she raised her eyes and looked at me with a hint of satisfaction, as if to say, see, I fooled him. Her look made me want to punch her. Come on, you're a bad guy too. Freaking bad guy too, I knew. She was freaking being mute, lied about her age, and was the trickiest, most dangerous troublemaker. But to keep her alive, I keep it to myself, not telling Tang any of it. Come to think of it. Why am I even bothering to keep this girl alive? Why did I cover up what happened last night from Tang? We may not be the best buddies, but after all we had been through together. Why was I reluctant to spill the beans to Tang? I didn't know. Every time I wanted to spill the beans to Tang, I felt this tightness in my chest, making me choose to keep covering for her. Just frustrating. At night, the lambs had another meal of rations and water. After eating, Tang and I had to get to the fire going and arrange the beds. Oh no, please no. Why? Oh please no. Will that make sense? Can I trust this girl? I shot a cold look at Mansui and said to Tang. Huh? Fine, just untie her at this time every day. I agreed with Tang and went up to untie Mansui. While doing so, I kept a close eye on her. Of course, I didn't fully trust her, even though I had taken away her small dagger and searched her through it thoroughly to make sure she had no hidden weapons. If she found a chance to grab a sharp stone and attack our necks or poke my eyes, it would be pretty dangerous. Go get us some firewood, and then you left her to get something. I untied the rope from her waist and gave her a stern order. What if she find a sharp stone because he ordered her to get some firewoods? He didn't dare to defy, nodded and went off to collect some firewoods. Tonight, Tang would sleep first, and then it would be my turn. I've got a couple of hours to spare, so might as well make the most of it. In the next few days, staring at the lump's sleeping position won't reveal much, so I needed to find something else to do. I took out the wooden box from my staff and put it on the grass. It contained items for shadow play, and I went through each one. Sometimes I sniffed them to make sure there was no stench from the corpse. Luckily, the box had only slightly smell and everything inside was clean. I took a deep breath and laid out a donkey hide from the box in front of the campfire. The donkey's skin was thin and was specially polished. I unfolded the donkey skin, spreading it out on the front of the campfire by holding the two corners. The campfire's light, upon touching the donkey's skin, spread softly, creating a gentle glow covering its surface. Ah, remembered. This donkey hide was called White Curtain. In Shadow Play, performers set up the white curtain with a wooden frame and light it up with lamps. Then the performers can control the puppets behind White Curtain. Now the challenge was, how did I use this frame? How did I use two sticks to support the white curtain?
是这么弄的。
Just as I pick up the two sticks, unsure of how I set up the white curtain, I heard a voice beside me. Mansway spoke to me in a hushed tone. I glanced at her and took a quick look at the others around. Tang had her tilted back. Had her? Tang is a her? It shy shot and the rest of the kids were scattered on the ground like a tip over basket of radishes. They were all asleep with steady breathing. No wonder she dared to speak up. Know how to do it? I asked Mansway. She nodded, ready to come over and help. However, as she took the first step, the rope wasn't long enough. She looked at the rope around her waist and glanced at me in pleading look. She looked at me and I looked back at her. What do you want? Okay, I'll do it for you. No tricks. I walked over and untied the rope around her waist from behind. They're still asleep, let's not wake them up. Find another spot, carry the stuff there, and light a few parts to figure this out. I glanced at the sleeping group and whispered the plan to Mansway. He nodded in agreement. I took the box and went to Mansway to the cliff, not far off. It had a good view of the camp hidden from the others. I told Mansway to gather some fresh fresh wood, and I went back to the campfire for a flame. I got some burning wood from the campfire and went back to the cliff. I threw the flame to the wood pile, Mansway and watched. Wait, I was just supposed to watch them sleeping? What if a tiger suddenly jump out on them? Mansway and I watched the new fire slowly lit up, brightening the cliff surrounding. How did you learn to do
爷爷
this?
就是弄影子戏的，爹爹也学过，也教过我。一次，家里的粮快吃完了要换钱，爹爹带着我去隔壁的村里演过戏，还赚了不少利，
How much do you
基
know?
本都会一点。
Mansway told me, taking the frame and white curtain from my hands. He threaded the frame through a small hole next to the white curtain. Her wrist thinner than the frame, weaving back and forth, slowly fitting the frame into the white curtain.
梁叶，支架不够高，少了2根，得找些树枝和绑树枝的细绳。
Got stuck halfway, seemed to face a problem. You go find some.
我不知道细绳在哪儿。
Alright, I'll go. I got up and went to fetch what she needed. I went back to the camp, grabbed 2 thin ropes from our staff and picked up some twigs. Turning to the cliff where Mansway and I handed her the items. She started tying the support frame in small twigs with the proper ropes. With the proper ropes? Where is the proper word there? Then threaded the small twigs through the white curtain. In no time, she had set the white curtain in front of the campfire.
梁叶，为什么要把白幕搭起来？
After finishing the setup, Mansway curiously asked me. Just bored. I replied casually.
梁叶想让我教你影子戏吗？
Sure, teach me if you know. I'm bored anyway.
好呀，我也正想帮到梁叶。之前惹了你生气，正好想做些什么来赔罪。
Mansway continued checking the white curtain, smiling as she spoke. Little girl knew how to talk. But it's not just about making me mad. She wanted my life. I got that all in mind.
白幕搭好了，可是还少一些东西，
What's missing?
少了乐器。影子戏一般是2个人演，一人操影，另一人伴奏。这2人中有1人还得唱。
Okay, I'll sing. Alright, when we get to the city, I'll get a musical instrument. For now, see if you can handle the shadows and give me a little
没有
show.
伴奏唱不出来，而且我也不会唱。
Didn't you say you know all the basics?
我就是不会唱啊，词儿我倒是记得，但肯定唱不好。以前的时候都是爹爹在唱，我要么操影，要么奏锣鼓。
Alright, go ahead and perform a shadow play. I want to see.
我先试试看小人有没有问题。
Oh, it's a good shadow play. Oh, what? Oh, that. Wait. That. That's big? Thought it was like a tiny. Wow. Sinadadon went behind the curtain to tinker the puppet. I noticed she needed a seat, so I fetched a wooden box for her. She didn't sit fully on the box, maybe out of habit, shadow play performance, or because her bottom still hurt, making it hard for her to sit properly. Got up and went to her side, watching carefully. The puppet had a body attached to the bamboo stick. She moved the sticks behind the white curtain with her fingers. Oh, so this is shadow play. I thought it was like the puppet thing in the wall. The puppet wore red armor, looked sturdy, and held long spear-like weapon while riding the red-white horse. Red-white horse is just a red horse, right? This additional wordings, forgive me for that. I recognize this puppet. Was it a character from the Three Kingdoms? How am I supposed to know? Is this choice gonna cost me my life? What is this? What is this? What? Oh, guy from Three Kingdom. I go with Guan Yu. Is this Guan Yu? I look at the puppet in Mansui hand and ask.
不是，这是吕凤仙，关公是木箱里的那个小人。
Are you gonna be mad at me and kill me because of that?
刘玄德、关云长、张翼德，还有吕凤仙，这些都是表演三英战吕布用的小人。
And then what are there for? Why are there for if these three kings or something? Mansui pointed to the three puppets in the wooden box that hadn't been strung together yet. After she said that, I managed to recognize all the puppets. The black-faced one with the spear is Zhang Fei. The red-faced one is the broadsword Guan Yu. The yellow-faced one with two swords Liu Bei. The one Mansui is holding riding red horse wielding halberd is the superhero Lu Bu. This girl knew quite a lot. She even figured out that these are puppets for performance of the three heroes battle Lu Bu before I did. So also Lu Bu is the hero. Why does Lu Bu have a horse in shadow play?
不知道，可能这样会显得吕凤仙厉害一些。
Puppet isn't well made. If I do it, I'll give them
可以
horses.
教梁爷做，但是木箱里没材料了。
I opened the wooden box and saw the dyed bottles inside the dried up. We might need to add water to use them. Even if we had dye, there were no spare materials to make significant changes to the puppets. Perhaps the dye in this box was originally meant for touch-ups and carving knife has become useless due to the lack of materials. I thought about it. How did the body really end up dead today? Did he venture into Hua Mountain alone? Or with others? I guess it's with others, like, he can't kill himself, right? I mean, he can, but I don't think he will. Was he one of the shadow puppet performers, and were there more people with him? Could he have escaped from the theater group, only to be chased down and killed? Numerous questions and speculation reached through my mind. However, there wasn't enough information at the scene for me to form a clear judgment. I might never uncover the true story. Alright, never mind. Didn't want to think about it too much. Time was short, so I had Mansui perform for me first. You perform. I ordered Mansui.
那梁爷坐到白幕前吧。
Mansui said to me. Okay, go, perform it. I nodded and stood and went to the seat in front of the white curtain. Sitting down and looked up the white curtain. Mansui also sat on the wooden box I had moved. It just moved, positioned behind me the white curtain in the center. Oh, that's so realistic! She wiggled her fingers. Behind her curtain, puppet Zhang Fei appeared in the first. The puppet shook a couple of times, wielding the serpent spear in his hand. To my surprise, not long after, Mansui took a deep breath and softly began to sing. Oh!
长发蛇矛，手你我意。
What? He was like, what? Said she wouldn't sing, but as she performed, she thought shadow play without sound wasn't good. To find her rhythm, she started humming softly. The voice was low, like singing to herself, and the tone wasn't professional. She was probably remembering how her father used to perform for her, imitating and singing along.
情雨，吕布去交战，贼命难逃张翼斗。哎，
So cute.
催马来至两军阵，叫马贼人来交锋。
So he kept singing in a hushed tone, but Zhang Fei brandished his serpent spear, shouting at the battlefield, ready for the imminent appearance of Lu Bu. The puppet's shadow swayed behind the blurred white curtain, seemingly alive. The serpent's spear twirled, and a bright beam erupted from its tip, dazzling my eyes. Here's a good shadow play, huh? Oh? Oh, something kaboom? Then played out again in front of me. Back then, my dad and I were also enjoying a shadow play. The lamp flickered, drums and gongs echoed, and the heroes of the story clashed behind the white curtain. Tan Wukong swung his golden staff, hitting the white bone demon. The staff lit up with a golden glow as he struck the monster's head. As I was cheering for the performance, the spark suddenly grew stronger and turned into a bright light. In an instant, the intense light burst from the white curtain, accompanied by a loud boom, swallowing the interworld. Exploded. With a thunderous sound, everything was consumed by the intense light. All I could see turned into fireball. Fireball? Ah! I shouted, shouting up from where I sat. Wait! I thought he's reminiscing.
怎么了？
Oh, he's reminiscing. Can't watch, shouldn't watch. I got up confused, my hands and feet unsure, eyes wide open. Why? Oh, wait. I looked down, palms facing up, lifting both hands in front of my chest and missed. Oh, wait. While there were his father and him watching shadow play, something exploded in them. That's why he's like traumatized. I covered my face and back. My heart raced, and my trembling hands couldn't stop shaking. Oh, yeah, something blows up while they're watching. I quickly scanned the surround and then stared blankly ahead, unable to concentrate. I repeated, confirmed that I was in a dark environment, free from imaginary bursts of intense light. I thought I could gaze at the flames again after many years. Thought I could watch shadow plays once more. Now it seems I still can't. What the heck is wrong with this guy? I came to my senses and found Mansoy looking at me with a worried expression, trying to figure out what had come over me. I'm fine. Just not up for it today. Can't watch shadow plays anymore. Let's head back to the camp. Don't want anyone getting suspicious about our absence. I gestured awkwardly to Mansoy and muttered some explanation to her. Then I dared not glance at the white curtain behind the flames. Oh, you just left it there. Put out the campfire, turned around, and stumbled back toward our original camp, paying no attention to whether the wooden box was neatly arranged or not. Even now, I kept avoiding it. Over the years, I thought I had changed, grown stronger, shifted from a lamb to a wolf, free from fear. Yet, I still couldn't shake off the nightmares of that year. Oh my gosh. The 6th year of Liang. Stayed in the capital with my father, a traveling merchant, for a few days. On the 6th day of May, at the hour of snake, that's 6th day of May is her birthday, right? At the hour of snake, white light consumed everything. Hour of snake? When I came to my sense, there was only sky filled with bloody rain and shattered corpses. For many years afterward, I could never escape the nightmare of that day. And even now,